Friends, I hope you're all having a beautiful hump day. I had to think about what day it is. So I wanted to ask you guys a question because this is a topic that I am really passionate about talking about. Have you ever felt super uncomfortable in your own skin? Like to the point where you just look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, I just don't want to feel this way anymore. I'm trying to get a good angle and good lighting. To be honest, I felt that way for most of my life until my mid-20s, and I want to teach you guys how I have found how to become a badass magical unicorn, I like to call it, and learn to love the fuck out of yourself and your life. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jess, and the reason why I'm passionate about talking about this is because I've gone through so much shit in my life. I gained 60 pounds in middle school, and up until I was in my early 20s, I did not lose that weight. So I was overweight most of my life. And in middle school, for those of you that are on live, say hi in the comments below. Hey Kaylin, what's up, girl? So yeah, I gained all that weight in middle school, and all like the popular skinny girls that were my friends before stopped being my friends and started making fun of me. So that led me to do many things that were the opposite of self-love, like start smoking cigarettes and getting drunk every night. This is all at the age of 13. Hooking up with guys, like doing all kinds of crazy shit. And I lived most of my life that way throughout high school and college. And then finally, when I was about to graduate college, I was like, dude, I'm like so done with this life. I was sick and tired of myself. And I basically just decided to make a change. I started eating better. I started working out more. And I lost 60 pounds over the course of a year. And that decision changed my whole entire life. And because of that, I actually got into the business that I'm doing now, where I teach other women how to learn to love themselves too and work on their health and wellness goals. That was the whole reason why I started the business that I do. It wasn't even actually to become a business. I didn't ever think I'd make money with it. It was just a passion. It was something I loved doing. I loved helping people. So once I started my business, I still had a lot of self-love things to figure out. And you know, most of my self-love journey started at like a higher level when I moved to Hawaii last year. I'm just a fucking small town girl from South Carolina. Like, I'm not some special magical, well, I am a special magical unicorn now, but I was just me. Like, I'm from the South. I didn't have some fucking secret formula. There's no secret to self-love and success. But what I wanted to share with you before I go into the tips that I'm going to give you on how to love yourself, I wanted to share with you the results that I've had over the last couple of years since I've really been on this radical self-love journey even more. I grew my income and my coaching business to a 6-figure income in 2 years. I became debt-free. Like I said, I moved to Hawaii. And the most important thing is I've actually been single for 6 years now by choice, because I was always in relationships. And I was like, you know what? I just need to be by myself. I need to learn how to do this life by myself. I need to get comfortable in my own skin. I need to figure out who the fuck am I? Like, who is Jess? Who am I? So, moving to Hawaii opened me up and did that. And I'm going to give you guys 3 tips today on how you can learn to love yourself too. Hey, Ann, what's up, girl? Become a magical, badass unicorn and love the fuck out of yourself and life. So I'm going to give you 3 tips today, and then we'll talk a little bit more at the end about some other things that I have going on that can help you. So my first tip on learning to love yourself is you have to fuck what other people think. Now, by no means am I saying to be disrespectful or rude to people, because that's the last thing I would want to tell you to do. But to be honest, I really did not learn to radically love myself until I stopped fucking caring what everyone else was going to think or say about me. And that really happened at another level last year. I lived in Hawaii for half the year, then I lived in LA, and now I'm back in Hawaii. Each place I've lived in has taught me something different, but the thing that LA taught me is, seriously, who the fuck cares what anyone thinks of you? I was raised super religious. I was raised Catholic, and then I went to Christian church on my own until my mid-20s. And a lot of people that followed me on social media and that still follow me, I met from church. I volunteered, I did mission trips, I did all of that. So for me to start saying fuck openly on Facebook, or to start posting about my spiritual journey that I'm having here in Hawaii and oracle cards and crystals, do you know how many fucking haters I've gotten in the last year since I like completely changed my life around? You guys, I seriously will get people that like send me Bible verses and tell me I'm going to hell because of the stuff that I post. And I basically send them a voice text and I'm like, love and light to you, babe. You can unfollow me if you don't like me, but I love you. And then I block them because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. But it's taken me a long time to get there. And I want to tell you guys that if you don't think you can get there, you can. Because not everyone's going to understand what you're doing. They're not meant to understand what you're doing. Even some of my family, they're like, what the fuck is Jess doing? Like, she's holding these rocks in her hand that she paid $100 for. I don't understand that. Well, that's fine. They still love me. They don't have to understand. And you will lose friends. I've lost so many friends the last few years since I started my business, because every year I'm constantly doing personal development. I'm constantly learning how to become a better person. So as I evolve and grow, I grow apart from people. And to be honest, I'm a really positive fucking person that has really good energy, and not everyone can hang with that. And I'm not going to allow myself to surround myself with negative energy, because that's just going to put me down and keep me down. So I don't get offended anymore. I just know that when people are fucking bitches to me, just being real, they're just jealous of me, and that's fine. They can hate from a distance because I'm not going to let it affect me. So that's my first tip. Fuck what other people think. Number 2, to learn to love yourself and love your life and become a badass magical unicorn is health and wellness. You have got to make your whole life centered around health and wellness. It's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. That's how I lost 60 pounds. Sure, I've had my times. I used to binge eat. I had emotional eating. I had all kinds of eating disorders I had to overcome. And I didn't do that until maybe a year or 2 ago. So, of course, weight can fluctuate at times. But for the most part, I've maintained that 60-pound weight loss. I'm still working on certain goals. But overall, I've maintained that because I've made it my lifestyle. Now, don't let that overwhelm you. I started by making small changes at a time. For example, when I first lost 60 pounds, I did not change anything I was eating. I just simply ate less of it. I worked in food and beverage all throughout my undergrad, so I was eating a lot of shitty food all the time. And then I just started adding in exercise. Like, literally, let me take a sip of water. Literally, I would just like do workout DVDs for like 20 minutes a day, like 3 days a week. That's all I did when I started. Now, that was 2009 when I lost 60 pounds. That's what, 8 years ago, I think, if I did the math right. So over the last 8 years, I've learned new things about food and fitness, but you've got to do it all for the right reasons. Like, don't just do it because you want to have a six-pack. Don't just do it because you want to impress some boy. Don't just do it because you want to look like that chick on Instagram that you follow. No, like, none of that fucking shit is going to last. You have to do something that you're going to be able to be consistent with on a daily basis. And to be honest, I've had goals in the past that were very ego-based, and that is when I had eating disorders. Once I fucking got rid of all that and stopped caring about my six-pack and looking good on Instagram. I mean, you can go watch my Insta stories from the last few days from my workouts. Like, I'm so fucking bloated right now because my period's coming and, like, I'm retaining all this water, so I have all this cellulite. Like, I'm not fucking perfect. Even when I was a little bit more fit and had, like, a 2-pack, I still had cellulite and got bloated. But the point that I'm trying to make is once I let go of that perfectionism, I started working on eating healthy for the right reasons. I started doing it because of how it made me feel. I realized that I felt like shit when I ate certain foods. And I realized if I don't work out, I feel like shit. I actually pulled my fucking groin when I was doing plyo earlier today. But I kept on going because I was like, well, I can't do squats anymore, but I'm going to sit here and like do jumping jacks and jump rope and like whatever, jump in place. Because I know that once I get my heart rate up, it's going to make me feel good, and I want to be my best for all the people in the world that I'm impacting and be the best for myself because I want to feel good. So I do it for those reasons. I don't do it for vain reasons anymore. And since I've changed that, I used to struggle so bad with being consistent with my workouts and healthy eating, and now I barely ever even want a cheat meal. Like, I had a pizza over the weekend. I had like pepperoni and sausage and salami. It was so good. And I usually don't even eat meat very often, but it was amazing. But I usually eat like vegan, whole foods every day, most days of the week, because that's what makes me feel good. But I crave less now because I'm doing it for the right reasons. And workouts especially was definitely a struggle for me until I found workouts that I loved doing. And when I started doing it for the right reasons, because I noticed how bad my body hurt and how low my energy levels were if I did not do them. Working out affects your mindset and how you feel, and so does what you eat. You guys, I used to have, apologies that I heard some weird noise. I'll get back to y'all's comments in a minute. Thank you for typing in and continue up the conversation. I'm just ADD, so I'm trying to stay focused on my notes in front of me for the sake of time. I lost my train of thought too because I went off on a tangent. Oh, so foods affect how you feel and they affect your mindset. I used to have really bad anxiety, and I look back to those times, and when I had the worst anxiety, it was when I was eating like processed foods and certain sugars and stuff like that. And yeah, that's a whole other tangent that I'm not going to go off on because that would take a long time to explain. But there are other homeopathic things that you can do for yourself in regards to health and wellness. It's not just about eating healthy and working out. It's about what you do for your spirituality. Spirituality is like my life. It's like a huge part of it's like my whole life. I would be fucking a crazy person if I did not meditate every morning. I did not start that until last year. If you need help with learning how to meditate, I will just comment below and maybe I'll turn that into another Facebook Live, because that's a whole other story. Because a lot of people think you have to like sit there with your eyes closed like this for like 20 hours, and it's not what you think it is. And a lot of people avoid it because it intimidates them. So maybe I'll make a Facebook Live for that. So let me know below if you'd like me to do that. But I honestly just started out with guided meditations. I have a whole YouTube playlist of them if you want me to send them to you. But that's the first thing I have to do every day. I will not turn my phone on because, first of all, I have to have my notifications turned off because I get millions of notifications every day. So I do not turn my phone on. I have my me time for at least 1 hour in the morning. That consists of like meditating. I pull oracle cards for myself. I journal. I read. Whatever feels good to me. And then I'll turn my phone on and do like a post on Facebook. Whatever it is I need to do. Do my workout. Eat breakfast. So on and so forth. I also use crystals. I just got some new ones in while I'm meditating. These are super helpful. I don't have any oils next to me. I use essential oils as well. You can get those at like Whole Foods and stuff like that. I have a diffuser in my room that I use because oils and crystals change your vibration. And if you don't know what your vibration is, essentially it's your energy. So the lower your vibration is, or your energy, the worse you're gonna feel. And because of the law of attraction, the worse your whole life is gonna be, because you're gonna attract in bad experiences. So to raise your vibrations, you need to implement these health and wellness practices into your life and these homeopathic practices. And crystals and oils will help to raise your vibrations along with working out and along with eating well. So if you have questions about oils and crystals, definitely let me know below and I will answer those questions for you too. And my third tip that I'm going to give you guys, I usually have probably about 5 to 10 tips that I give, but for the sake of time, and since this is just a Facebook Live, I'm going to give you guys 3 today, and then I'm going to tell you at the end how to find out the rest of them. So my tip number 3 is you've got to make time for you, boo. You've got to love yourself first before you can be good for anyone else. Now, I'm not married. I don't have kids or anything like that. I was married at one point in time when I was 19. But I work with literally thousands of mothers and dads and whoever within my online business. And the ones that are the most successful in their business and in life are the ones that make time for themselves. The ones that have the best relationships, the best marriages, the best well-rounded life make time for themselves first. It's actually selfish not to put yourself first, because you're going to be a fucking crazy bitch, to be honest, if you're not doing these things to take care of yourself. Dude, I know back when I used to work in corporate, when I had a job or an office job I had to go into every day 4 years ago, if I would miss my workout, I didn't meditate back then because I didn't know what it was, or if I would miss whatever and I just rushed out the door and snooze my alarm clock a million times, like most people do, I would feel like shit the whole day, and I would probably be a major bitch to students when they came into my office, and I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I just leave me alone. I want to go back to bed. Like it up if you've ever felt that way. Let's be honest, guys. So in order to be the best for everyone else in your life, you've got to put yourself first, but you've also got to realize, regardless of everyone else in your life, that you deserve the best, and you deserve to treat yourself the best, and you deserve to take care of yourself in the best way. Because you're stuck in this one body. We don't get to exchange bodies or anything like that. I can't be like, hey, Heather, want to switch bodies today? We're each in our own little bodies. So this is our body for our life. So if we want to live a happy, free life where we have experiences that we want to have and to be around for a long time, we have to take care of ourselves. So some things that you can do, that'd be cool, yes. I have different self-love practices that I do each week. Depends on the week, but I'll give you guys some ideas on making time for yourself. It can honestly be something as simple as going on a walk. You can buy yourself flowers. Mine are kind of dying, but I bought myself a dozen roses last week, and I just got little mason jars, and I put them throughout my house. There's 4 in each of them. I also like to take myself shopping. I ordered these crystals online recently, and these new rings from Etsy. I take myself out for meals quite often. I used to never do that. I used to be terrified to go eat somewhere alone, and now it's liberating. You can meditate. You can just listen to music and lay down. Go hug a tree. There's so many different things that you can do. Whatever lights you up is important. So those are my 3 tips that I'm going to give you guys today on how to love yourself and become a badass magical unicorn. The rest of the tips and information will be in the Goddess Bootcamp that launches on Monday, which is my new course I'm launching on self-love. I will link the comments, or not link the comments, I will link the event page in the comments below so that you can have more information about it. But basically, if you're someone that has always struggled with self-image, self-confidence, and loving yourself, and you're sick and tired of that affecting every area of your life, and you're sick and tired of self-defeating, I've been there with all of it, then you need to do this. You owe it to yourself to do this. Look at it as an investment that's going to affect every area of your life. I was just talking to my business coach earlier and some of the girls that are interested in the Goddess Bootcamp about the importance of investing in yourself before you can afford to do it. You guys, my life wouldn't be where I am today. All the results that I gave you guys at the beginning of this Facebook Live, 6 figures in 2 years, 60 pounds lost, debt-free, moved to Hawaii, small town girl from South Carolina. None of that would have happened if I didn't use credit cards to invest in myself and my business when I got started. I would have stayed stuck where I am today. So by no means is that me trying to pressure you to do anything, but I care about you guys and I want to help you, and I just like to share ways and ideas on how you can start something if you don't feel like you can afford to do it. Because let's be honest, we all have fucking money for what we make a priority for, right? I literally get people that tell me they can't afford to work with me, and then the next day I go see them post on Facebook that they bought a $500 purse. So why don't you just tell yourself the honest truth? It's not that you can't afford it, it's that you're not making yourself a priority. Real talk. So for those of you that are still on here, I'm going to do a giveaway, and it will be for some of these beautiful amethyst crystals that I got, and I have some rose quartz too. I just don't have them handy next to me to show you guys. So in order to qualify for the giveaway for some free crystals, you have to like this video. Once you get off of here, like the video, share it on your page, and then comment in here below Self-Love Baby. So again, like this video, share the post, and comment below Self-Love Baby. And one last thing, you have to make sure you like my page in order to qualify. So this is different from my personal Facebook page. I'm going to be doing all my Facebook Lives on this page now. And many of my tips and the things that I share are going to be on this page now. So you want to make sure you like this page. So again, to qualify for the giveaway for the crystals, number 1, like this page. Number 2, like this post. Number 3, share this post. And then number 4, comment below Self-Love Baby. So like I said, Goddess Bootcamp kicks off on Monday, June 12th. We'll be going more in depth about all of these things and how it can radically change your entire life, because there's not enough time for me to sit on Facebook Live. I can't tell you how to radically change your whole world in 20 minutes. So we need 30 days to do that in the Goddess Bootcamp. So I'm going to scroll through the comments real quick and reply back to you guys, and then I gotta run. Excuse me. The fact that you're open about your past religious experience and still do oracle readings and stuff is amazing, and so many people can relate to that. Thank you, Savannah. Amen. I don't even bother talking about the biggest part of transformation is stripping down the old you. That includes people. Yes, and I agree. You've got to strip down the old you, including people. And this is something that can be so difficult. I'm actually reading this book on self-love right now, and that's the chapter that I'm on today is about removing toxic relationships from your life. And it's not like we can't love those people from afar, but we have to love ourselves enough to be able to remove that from our life. Making your whole wellness is priority. Yes, for sure. Yes, treat yourself right. Yeah, and I honestly didn't know about crystals for a while, and I did it slowly too. Love the rings. Thank you. You sure will get there. I'm gonna, for those of you that are still on, I'm gonna share this card with you guys that I pulled this morning for your message for today. And on my Instagram stories, I actually share readings several times a week for you guys to assist you each day. So my Instagram handle is the same as my Facebook page, The Real J Bomb, so you can follow me on there. I also am offering oracle readings. If that resonates with you, to get a personalized oracle reading, you can comment below and I will send you my packages. So the card that I pulled today for you guys about the current energies that are happening for you, the card is Blossoming. And this is from the Goddess deck by Doreen Virtue. And the bottom of the card says, you're just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. So if you're on this Facebook Live today and you're listening about self-love, just know it is a journey and you're doing amazing. You're at the beginning, even if you're not at the very beginning of your journey, like, okay, I've been on this journey for a while, but we're always going to the next level, the next level, the next level, right? And I was telling my new business coach today, I was like, Carl, I feel like I'm fucking starting over again in a lot of ways. And he's like, Jess, no, you're not. Like, you have 4.5 years of experience doing this. Because I'm launching so many new business things. And it's scary to me, honestly. But I know that I'm going the right direction because I'm following my heart. And it's what I want to do. So the thing that you have to remember is it's a day-by-day process. We're all doing it. Life is not a sprint. It's a marathon. We're never... My best friend Laura says this all the time. I just got the chills. So the angels are totally with us right now. You are never going to arrive. Abraham Hicks talks about this all the time too. We live and we die. We're never going to be perfect. There's always going to be that next thing that we want to do. And the thing is we wouldn't be human if we didn't want more. But you have to learn to appreciate where you are right now before you can have the next level, that you can have the more. Be grateful for what you have now. And like I said, be patient with yourself. You're doing beautiful things for yourself. This card is absolutely amazing. And the color of this card is like, there's so much purple in it, which is your third eye chakra, which your third eye is important for receiving like divine information and getting those intuitive nudges from God or the universe, whatever you want to call it. And that's so important right now when you're on a new path, whatever path it may be. And amethyst is actually a crystal that can assist with that. I actually have these crystal candles that I got. The brand is Jax Kelly. You can order them online. So that's something that can assist you right now too. But just give yourself credit, celebrate the progress that you're making, and know that you're doing amazing. So I love you all so much. Thank you so much for coming on to hang out with me today. Excuse me, just as a recap real quick, Goddess Bootcamp starts on Monday. Like my page, like this post, share and comment below self-love to qualify for the crystal giveaway. And if you'd like to get a personalized oracle reading from me, then message me or comment below. I love you all and have a great rest of your hump day. Bye guys.